Hey, hey, hey! What's good, planner friends? So, I know you're glad to see my face. I've been working on this planner move-in series, and it's a lot. But my biggest problem with the planner move-in series is I don't actually have the planner I'm going to use. So, fingers crossed she'll be delivered today, my Flora, and then I can finally set up my planner and give you that actual setup of all the ways that I'm going to take things and combine. But that's for another day. Sorry, I speak out of turn. What we're going to talk about today is, those meal planners, the wellness logs. What we're going to talk about today is wellness logs. How's that sound? So I get a ton of questions about the Petite or the A5. Sarah, which one do you like? Which one do you recommend? Which one? Well, they are, as the wizard would say, the horse of a different color. They both basically do the same things, but this one is going to take you way more in depth. The price point is significantly different. This one's only 3 months, this one's 6 months. So we are going to get down into the nitty gritty of these. And then when I'm done, we're going to talk about which one I think is, better, which one I want to use, which one I do use, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's get into it. What do you say? All right, so a horse of a different color. You have what it takes. Erin Condren, Wellness Log. Same thing? Yeah, I don't think so, my friends. So what I'm going to do real quick is we are just going to go over the differences between the two. Okay, so obviously one is a Petite and one is an A5 coil. They're really not that far off in size. Paper to paper, not paper to cover. They are pretty much the same size. Okay, the paper here, and the only difference here is the fact that there is extra paper needed to be able to coil it. So if you were to trim this, the only difference you would have is this would be a little short. This will be shorter than your A5 planner. Okay, I already know that because I've already taken pages and put them in my A5 and they are a little shorter. The other difference you will find is the paper. Okay, so the paper is not the same. They both are 80-pound paper, okay? But this paper is imported, okay? These are hand sewn from, well, I don't know if they're hand sewn, okay? That's a little weird. These are sewn, but they are imported. So they are not made with the same exact paper, which you can tell. This one's smoother. This one's got the EC grit that we all know and love, but they both are 80-pound and they both are very good paper, okay? Now, the other difference is that this one is 3 months, okay? This is a 3-month wellness log, while this one is 6 months. Sarah, how is that, you ask? What do you mean? The 3-month is so much thicker than the 6-month. Yes, my friends, because the major difference between these two is this is not a daily. This is a daily wellness log, while this one is a weekly wellness log. Okay, so let's just go over the obvious differences and then we'll jump inside. Okay, so this baby, this is the Wellness Log Petite, and it is $14, while this is the A5 Daily Wellness, and it is $24. Now, one thing that a bunch of us are craving now are interchangeable covers for our A5 Daily Duo or Horizontal Planner, and these do come off, okay? Check out the inside. You can just take it and flip it, and you would be able to have a pretty cover. Not personalized, but still. You could also take some sort of sticker and cover this, and nobody would be the wiser. I digress. Let's get back to it. So obviously the cover, this one is just a paper, a heavy duty, but a paper like matte laminated cover. All right, this one has 72 pages. This one has 160. There are tabs here, as you can see, goals, and then these are blank, which you could grab monthly stickers and put them on there. And this one is tabless. You could grab monthly tabs and put them on here as well. There are stickers in both. I don't know. Yeah, I took the stickers out of this one, but this one will have them because they are coiled in. It is the same sticker sheet that is in both. So if you dig it, don't worry, you won't be missing out if you go for the less expensive version. So like I said, this one being daily and this one being weekly, you've got 6 months and 3 months. Now, this one has some reflection and celebration pages. This has basically a monthly check-in after each set of 5 weeks. So you don't get shorted on the weeks if a month happens to have an extra week in there. You have, let's see, you track self-care, food, movement, that kind of stuff daily here. So it's definitely more in depth. And then here we will track our workout, steps, water intake, sleep, and food journal. So there's definitely bonuses to each. So real quick, let's get into it. We'll start with this little beauty. Now I jumped in this one and then this one came out. So I did not go too hard in this, okay? I set it up and I was doing good. So you have your starting point right here, okay? And then you also have your goals, all right? My goals are getting more muscle tone, cutting sugar and cleaning up my diet, okay? Losing a few inches off my waist, and that is how I like it. So here is an example of what I was doing October 5th through the 11th, okay? My workouts. Here's where you track water intake, steps, and hours slept. Okay, you can easily wipe that out and put something else there. And I believe that there are some shops that make custom stickers for over top of this. Anyway, then it has a breakdown: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And I love that. I like this overview very, very much. So this is what it looks like when it's blank. Okay, very pretty. Color coding all the way across with a lovely little palette that I love. That is like color palette for me. Boom. All right, so anyway, here is your monthly progress. So there are 6 of these. Monthly progress, okay? You should be measuring, okay? This is maybe for some pictures or just a blurb about what you wanted. Your wellness goals, let's update them and stay on track and adjust them with whatever has happened or not happened. Accomplishments, goal progress, and your plans for next month, okay? So on and on it goes, okay? And then, like I said, you have 6 months of that jazz. In the back, you have 4 line pages with a last check-in, and then where here you could put meal plans, you could put, you know, sometimes we get a little bored of our snacks, so you can kind of keep a log of dinners and snacks and stuff that you just need to remember because you will end up forgetting. You just block them out, I feel like. A nice quote page and then a folder. Ta-da. Okay, so $14 gets you this 5.7 by 8.25 Wellness Log Petite. $24 gets you this bad boy. All right, so we do have the interchangeable cover, and this book belongs to. So this is, I used one already, and I need to jump into this one, but I wanted to do this video first. You're welcome. All right, so it has some instructional pages. Very cool. How to use this, some wellness goal setting guide, the starting point, trying to get you to really get in depth about what health and wellness means to you, what your health and wellness looks like right now, and on and on. Okay, then getting clear on your values, wellness goal setting guide, so a little bit more in depth of how to set those goals, and we come to a brainstorm, nice open pages, and your goals. Okay, wellness goals, why it's important, how it aligns with your values, so on and so forth. Breaking down the action steps, smaller steps means a little more precise intuition into what you're trying to do. And again, smaller action steps. So we go through a couple of these so you can set one and move on. And then when you've achieved your goals, set a new one. So there's a bunch of pages for those. You have a create space, what you want to create space for. What does that mean? To make your wellness goals happen, you will need to create the time and space for them in your life. So this is giving you a way to figure out how to basically overcome one of the most used, I don't want to say excuses, but reasons for why we can't achieve our fitness goals, which is I don't have time. All right, permission and support. This is a little contract, basically, to tell yourself, hey, listen, this is serious and I'm all in. All right, so a blank page and some wellness goals. Now we have a tab. Tabs mean you have 30 days in between each. So here's your first month. So check it out. You have a space with a date, today's focus, a couple lines, and then your food log. So it does take into account the same principles if that's how you want to do it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, okay? And you have some space here. You have movement and exercise. Today's self-care, because self-care is not always, about getting up and doing something strenuous for yourself. Some days it's about rest. Then we track the same thing in here. Water intake, steps, hours slept. Then we have an overall mood, but we also have a couple extra blanks for things that are important to you. So that's pretty cool. Now, it's daily. So you have 7 pages and a weekly reflection. Kind of cool. And so on and so forth. There's your weekly reflection and you have the 5 weeks. And here's a monthly reflection and my wellness goals for this month. How am I working towards my wellness goals this month? And back into it, okay? So tabbed section, there's your next chunk a month. Tabbed section brings us to celebration pages, okay? Celebrating how far you've come, progress on your wellness goal, you're capable of blah, ba-dee, da-da. Some pages in the back, which are important. Like I said, it's important to have those. I mean, you can really set up you can just write out important information that you want to have on hand. In my last one, I had a full-on keto list of substitutions and stuff like that so that I could take this with me to the grocery store or out to eat, throw it in my purse and I could have it and know what were good substitutions and stuff like that while I was embarking on the keto world. So in the coming weeks, I will have also how I use these and what kind of changes they make in my life, because I'm going to use them both for like 2 weeks and see how on point I stayed. And I'm doing that just for you. Ask me any questions. If you want to compare other pages, something else you want to see a little bit more in depth, let me know. So hopefully if you were on the fence and wondering what the heck the difference was, this helps and answers all those questions for you. If you have more, let me know. Okay, so we're done. We're done checking them out, giving you all the details. And so basically you have a decision to make. Now, my opinion, okay? I have a few different reasons for liking one over the other. And they're petty. I love the paper in this one. I love the tabs. I love that it's coiled, and that part makes me very, very happy. I love that I can get into detail with my food log and all of that stuff. I need this one. I want to use this one because I like the weekly overview of my things. I can look at it at a glance and know what I need to do. I can look at my meals at a glance, and that is almost what makes both of them together better. I can plan here, and then get into the nitty-gritty if I need to here. This one doesn't serve so much as the log for me. This is like the planner, and then this one is the log. I would set everything up, and I would go into this daily, and really, you gotta check in. These in conjunction together, working together in unison, are great. Set it up, analyze it. But 6 months, 3 months, you're gonna need 2. dude, $48 for 6 months, I find that to be a little much. So it really is up to you. Pick your poison. If you really want to take a deep dive into your wellness and find out why some of this stuff isn't working, I mean, that's a whole different episode for real, for real. So you're going to have to be honest with yourself here. Which one is going to work for you? Well, they both could. If you want to take a nice deep dive into things that are working and not working for you, this is perfect. But you're going to have to be honest. You're going to have to be honest with you. So doing some reflection in this is nice. Now, if you're just trying to plan it out and you have a different way of checking out your daily stuff, I mean, my girl Shantae from Simply Shantae's Plans has a really great way to use that bottom box in the daily duo. Splitting it up, breaking it down, and you can track everything there. But this gives you a really great weekly overview and breaking it down so that you can then pop it into your other planner. And this one is going to give you a really great look into your struggles. So if you're struggling with wellness, this will help if you're honest. How's that sound? 24, not 24. So you gotta figure it out. I think they're both 100% completely worth it. I will help you, and I'm going to do an episode of SarPlans where I get into meal planning, meal prepping strategies, and just overall general habits to get into to really start a good wellness journey for yourself. You can't just start it in one day and expect yourself like to go cold turkey and have success. Trust me on that one. You gotta live a little. So I hope this was helpful. If you have other questions and need me to go into specifics on this, hey, I'm your girl. But other than that, I think that we did a good comparison, and hopefully I helped you out. I hope. All right, guys, so at some point, I hope you loved this enough that you went down there and subscribed. You hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit the notification bell and turn all notifications on so that you get notified whenever I post a video. So get down there and do that if you haven't already. I have a few other places you can follow me, but definitely check out my next video. And if you're getting your Erin Condren planner as we speak, I'd love for you to check out my move-in series. Here is the playlist. Guys, check it out. I'm starting from the name page and going all the way into the notes pages and then setting up my very, very own planner with you. All right? So with that said, make good choices. Be good people. Peace.